Alright, so that's how we do a smear preparation. So I'm going to show you now how we do a frozen. If we want to do a different type of quick preparation, we can do a frozen. And what I'm doing now here is taking this compound called OCT, which is this very thick solution, and I'm going to put it in something called the cryostat, which is over here. This is a cryostat. You open it up. It's at minus 20 degrees Celsius, so I'm putting that in right there. And eventually, once it freezes, it's going to white over like this stuff. It's going to turn from that into that. The reason for that is it provides a substrate from which we can embed some tissue. So here, I'll just take this little piece of tissue that's got to be cancerous tissue right there. And we're going to go back over here and wait for this to white over. Okay, there it goes. See it changing? It's a little trick to rapidly freeze something so that it preserves the tissue qualities and doesn't wreck it. So now you saw it just took the tissue out and embedded it in this stuff while it's still kind of soft. And so now I'm putting it here on this, and I got this cold thing called a heat extractor, which I insert into this groove, and I'm going to push it down on the tissue to rapidly freeze it and flatten it out so it makes it a nice, even, smooth cut. This is a quick step. It only takes a second or two to make sure it really freezes through thoroughly and quickly. Now it's stuck there, you can see, so I just quickly bang it off. There you go. Embedded tissue into this OCT compound. So I'm going to attach it into the chuck. If I can get it in there. Here we go. Okay, so the chuck is being fitted into this cryostat. I release the lock on it, and you can see this arm moves up and down. And what it's going to do, each time I crank this, it moves forward 7 microns, 7 millionths of a meter. Very, very precise instrument. And as it moves forward, it's going to be cutting against this very sharp blade. Very, very sharp blade. You can't even touch it or it'll get cut for sure. I can also use the special control to advance it a little more quickly. Right until I'm very close to actually shaving off some tissue. You see that? Pulling that off. So what we'll do is cut into this a little bit. Again, each time I rotate it, it's 7 microns. And the tissues that are being cut are therefore only 7 millionths of a meter thick. Just like that. These are just ordinary paint brushes that we use to gently pull, sometimes it takes a few tries, gently pull the tissue and guide it off onto a glass slide. It'll stick to the glass slide. Usually go through a little deeper to get a second cut. That's usually what I do. Do that again. Again, just like that. And then we go through the staining process just like we did for the smear.